Blades fans, subscribe to Blades Ramble. Up the Blades.
As always, the Ramble is sponsored by Action Coach Sheffield. If you're a growing business and you want support to continue that growth, they are the people to speak to. Thank you for joining the team for their continued support for the Ramble. Today's Ramble is sponsored by Wellstoned Landscapes. From lawn to luxury, creating outdoor elegance. Wellstoned Landscapes covers most areas of Yorkshire. If you mention the Ramble when asking for a quote, you'll receive 10% off any work. Call Paul or find him on Facebook in the details below. What is happening, Blades? And welcome back to the Blades Ramble. I'm, of course, Jimmy, and this is the warm-up. How are we all? It feels like ages since I've been live to everybody. We did Hot Topic last night. That greased the wheels. I spent 3 minutes talking to myself without realising I hadn't gone live. So, just an absolute shambles. I've been releasing recorded footage. International breaks are useless. Honestly, so boring. I'm not one for international football at all. Give me my club football all day long. And it's done now. No more breaks. We're good. We're good to go. I'm happy that United are back. And how are we feeling? How are we feeling? Because they talk about business end at season, don't they? Well, this is crunch time. This is the real deal now. We are super tight at the top of the league, as we all know. Let me just there's so much I want to talk to you about. It feels like ages, like I say, but before I do, let me just remind you, because otherwise, if I forget these, then, I'll be mad with myself. Pre-game, we are always in Triple Point before every home game. You are more than welcome to join us there for a drink. The vast majority of Ramblers go down, but even if you're not a Rambler, you're more than welcome. It's not an inclusive thing. It's not like an exclusive thing, should I say? It's an inclusive thing. So everybody's welcome to join us. Come and say hello if you're there. We've also added a new bar to our pre-match routine. So I will also be in Selena Bar prior to the game. And there's 20% off if you're a Rambler. So thank you to the guys at Selena for their support for the Ramble. Speaking of Selena, keep your eyes peeled. There is something very, very good coming out over the next, I'd like to say 24 hours, 48 hours. Keep it Ramble. I'm very, very excited about it. There's loads to talk about in terms of the Bash announcement today, the Bash Bash, the charity match that Chris Basham's taking part in. All the legends are going to be there. The promotion team from 17, 18, 16, 17. Billy Sharp did say everybody, all the top names are going to be involved. Egan, O'Connell. Oh, it's just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So that's fantastic news. That is the day of the Player of the Year event, the awards dinner, the end of season do, which we've got tickets to. There's a few at Ramblers that are going. In fact, I think it's going to be a Ramble takeover at this rate. There's that many people going for Ramble. So there's that to look forward to. The fan zone is open again this weekend as the club are making a big conscious effort. I believe they've got discounted tickets as well. If you're not a season ticket holder, you can get discounted tickets. And one thing I will say about this game coming up on Friday night, the Fab have done a fab job. They've been doing a really good job in terms of they're there to work on our behalf and sort of go between the club and sort of provide better communication, because I know that's been a big part of it. But what the club are wanting is us to be loud and proud on Friday night. That's why they're doing as much as they can to get as many people there as they can. But we need to do our bit as well. And when it is rocking Bramall Lane, it's a formidable place for opponents to come. So I get that it's nervous, but if you are going to the game, and I'm going to consciously try this as well, because I'm a victim of wanting to sing and shout and get up, but because it's quiet around me, it's very rare that we can get anything going in John Street. I'm going to make a conscious effort to do it this time, because last 8 games, and it's a huge, huge push. So thank you to everybody at the Fab and the club and everybody that's doing everything they can to make it a much more interactive experience for the fan base. But yeah, we need to do our bit as well. So there's a few bits more to come on the Ramble, which I'll come to. But as always with the warm-up, we like to know a little bit about our opponents. And Coventry have been on a bit of a tear, it has to be said. Thankfully, there's been a bit of a break, and hopefully this break will sort of knock them off their momentum a little bit. Time before last, they actually lost to Derby 2-0, which is great. But they made it 10 wins out of 12, I think, with a 3-0 win over Sunderland the last time out. So, yeah, formidable opponents, not to be overlooked. This is probably one of the top 2 trickiest games we've got left. And I think you'll know which the other one is. Every game is difficult in the Championship, but let's find out a little bit about Coventry City and what we've got to come. And to do that, we've got our mate, friend of the channel, and thank you very much for doing this, Championship Guru. It's Matt SB.
What is happening, Blades? And welcome back to the Blades Ramble. Sorry, Jimmy, that's a terrible impression. Hiya, guys, it's Matt SB here, Championship connoisseur, the predictions man from YouTube. I am here giving my Sheffield United versus Coventry City preview as a Sky Blue fan, a game I'm looking forward to going to on Friday night. I've never seen Coventry win at Bramall Lane, and I'm not sure if that's going to change, but let's talk about it. Well, at the time, I was shocked, upset, confused, but I have started to come round to the idea that it wasn't the worst decision in the world. You can understand 7.5 years of success under Mark Robins. It was quite difficult for Coventry fans to say goodbye, and boy, did Doug King have to get the appointment right, and I think he has. Well, Frank Lampard did come in as Mark Robins' replacement, and I will say once again, what a job Mark Robins did. He really did build us up from the ashes, and we wouldn't be where we are without him. But he did get off to a poor start this season, and Frank Lampard has turned that around. With 10 wins in our last 12 games, we are now up to 5th. And might face Sheffield United, Burnley or Leeds in the playoff final potentially. Frank Lampard's done an incredible job. There is a real buzz around the city. The fans are enjoying it. The players all look very happy. Yeah, it's just a real good camaraderie about Coventry City right now. And that's the main thing. Frank Lampard has brought positivity back to the club. Well, Frank Lampard has tinkered with the team depending on who the opposition are. We do like to play a 4-3-3 with Jay De Silva and Van Evak as the fullbacks, with Thomas and Kitchen as centre-backs. Dovin has done well in goal this season, and then I expect to see 3 up front, probably being Mason Clark, Haji Wright and Sakamoto. I would expect an unchanged team after that 3-0 win against Sunderland just before the international break. I'm going to say 2. I'm going to say Haji Wright. He got a hat-trick last time against Sunderland. He's only just come back from injury, and he was our joint top scorer last season. And also watch out for Mason Clark. Those tricky feet down that left-hand side can be a real nightmare for any right-back in this division. Well, I don't like this kind of question, but I'd maybe go with the left-back area. We play Jay De Silva, who's a more attacking left-back, but he is quite short in stature and not particularly strong, I would say. Otherwise, Jake Bidwell can play left-back. He's a bit more solid at the back, but he's not as good going forward. So left-back is maybe where you could exploit us. Well, if it's anything like the last game, both teams will score. Obviously, that was a 2-2 draw. You do have to factor in that Anel Armahodzic did get a red card, so it did change the game state, of course, and Coventry obviously were the team on top in the second half. But Coventry are an attacking team. We do concede, though. We don't keep clean sheets too often, so once again, I do think both teams might score, but I know Sheffield United are very solid at the back. Well, from an outside perspective, I do think you're a very strong, solid team with a real camaraderie. Of course, having Chris Wilder, who is a club legend as the manager, but he's also obviously a Sheffield United fan. And you are on the back of beating Sheffield Wednesday in the Steel City Derby, so there will be, like I say, a real togetherness with this group coming into this game. I've noticed that you're top of the away table and second in the home table. Not a massive difference there, but is that something we can exploit? Probably not. But as for individual players, I think Cooper is fantastic. I think you're very good defensively. We have scored more goals than Sheffield United this season, which is something I will highlight, but Do I see Coventry scoring more than one at Bramall Lane? I don't know. I think if Sheffield United do get 1 or 2, you might just grind it out. Very good at winning by 1 goal. And also, Gustavo Hamer is a player I absolutely love. I think he's probably one of the best players in the Championship, if not the best. Callum O'Hare, I know he doesn't always start for you, but it would be typical if he pops up with a goal against his former team. As for a prediction then, oh God, I'm going to say it. Sheffield United 2, Coventry 1. This will be my 4th time to Bramall Lane. I've only ever seen us score once and I've never seen us win here. I would be delighted with a draw, if I'm being honest. Coventry City are on 59 points. We've got Sheffield United and Burnley next. I'd take 2 draws, but I don't know if we're going to do that. I think the Blades might just sneak it 2-1. Well, just type in Matt SB, prominently on YouTube, doing predictions with my sister, where I tend to get most of them wrong. I hope I get that Sheffield United 2-1 prediction wrong, by the way. And do feel free to look for me as Matt SB on Instagram or Twitter as well. Finally then, my predictions on where both teams will finish this season. I think Sheffield United might just get the job done. I'm going to say 2nd place for the Blades. I do think it could hinge on what happens in that massive game between yourselves and Burnley at Turf Moor though. And as for Coventry, I think we will get the playoffs wrapped up. I'm going to say 5th place. And like I say, potentially we could play Sheffield United in the playoff final if you finish 3rd.
I would really prefer if you would be quiet.
We will see if that happens, but I reckon Sheffield United get top 2 and Coventry will finish in the playoffs, where hopefully we can win them, but we've lost our last 2 trips to Wembley. Can I just say though, once again, before I go, a massive thank you to Jimmy for having me on the Blades Ramble. Make sure you are all subscribed to him. Let's get him up to 7k, and like I say, maybe there'll be Premier League content coming on the Blades Ramble next season.
And totally redeem yourself!
Thanks again for having me. Take care, everyone. I'll see you at Bramall Lane.
My man.
What a top man he is, by the way. Top man. Thank you, Matt. Really appreciate it. There's an open invite. He knows that. I spoke to him earlier in the week. He may well make one in at Triple Point and see us down there, and Selena Bar as well. So, yeah, hopefully see you, pal. And thank you again for doing that. Interesting comments on what we can expect from the opposition. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you a little bit nervous about it? Does that make you feel a little bit more reassured? I'm not entirely sure. Let's have a little look about where everybody is. So, obviously, United with the asterisks, because we have earned more points than anybody else in this league. We've got 82 points, let's be right. But if you take it away, then we are still in the automatic positions. Coventry well and truly in the playoff mix now. Obviously top of the rest, if you like, because I think Sunderland have cemented their place in 4th, haven't they? You look at Coventry are the best of the rest, I would probably say. So interesting. They've got a lot to play for. After this, they've got some really tricky games as well. Not just us. They've got Burnley, I think, the following week. So Burnley go to Coventry after this. But we get the chance to set the tone. And that's a huge thing in this promotion race. There's times further on in the season where Leeds and Burnley will have a chance to set the tone on us and maybe squeeze us for a bit of pressure as well. But we can set the tone on Friday night, get 3 points. We then go 5 points clear of Burnley and 3 points clear of Leeds. Leeds have got Swansea at home, which you'd fully expect them to get a result. But Bristol City for Burnley, who are on the cusp of the playoffs. We know they gave us a tough time at Bramall Lane. If Bristol City nick a point there, we're 4 points clear of Burnley. Are we 3 points clear? No, we're 4 points clear of Burnley. So, interesting. It's all going to be so interesting going forward. Ricky made a really good point, actually, and I'm going to shout you out, Ricky, from Just United, in our Ramble chat, saying, to put it in perspective, we've given Leeds an 8-point start because they're the -2 and they've beaten us twice and we're still level on points with them. And that is a lovely way to look at it, isn't it? So shout out to Ricky for that. Love that, pal. Right, let's get into some comments then. Gav, 10:05 says, is he asleep? 10:05 in the morning says, is he asleep? Don't know what that's about, pal. Big Tone says, Jimmy, have you got anyone to do Blades on the road at Plymouth? Ramble on the road. I'd love to give it a go. Tone, it's a Platinum Ramblers offer. It's part of our Platinum Ramblers offer to those that support the channel in that way. So thank you very much for your offer, pal. I think we're struggling for Plymouth. That's the only one that we haven't got covered because of the ticket situation. They're sold out. But again, it's something that we offer to our Platinum Ramblers. But thank you, pal. It's great having other people have a go. And it would be nice to see a few more faces on it. Andrew says, good evening, Jimmy. Thank God the international break is over. Season starts now. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Thank you, Andrew. All right, mate. How are you doing, says Jamie. I'm all right. Thank you, pal. How are you? I've missed being live. Felt a bit rusty yesterday on Hot Topic. Thank you to the lads that pulled me through. And the lasses, actually, because Susan made an appearance. Unexpected. And I think unexpected even by herself. But yeah, absolutely great. It's good to be back live again because thank you for all the kind comments about the content with Connor and Joe. We've got more stuff coming out. In fact, tomorrow, I think, we'll be releasing this, which is Start, Keep or Sell. Some really interesting debates going on there, I think. And then I met up with them yesterday. Was it yesterday? Might have been yesterday. I'm losing track of all days, to be honest. And yeah, it was yesterday in Manchester. And we've filmed a load more content like that. So, and this is a little bit more channel specific as well. So interesting. And thank you again for the kind comments on those, because I've enjoyed doing them. And it's different content for the channel. We're just trying things out and it's all based on your feedback as well. So if you don't enjoy things, let me know. And I've done that before where we've tried something that hasn't quite worked, so we've switched it up. There may be something coming out tomorrow. I've got to dance around how I say this a little bit, but all will become clear. So this is tomorrow's release. Definitely, we'll be sending this out tomorrow. I still do, obviously, the day after Tuesday. And I don't want to do the day after Tuesday if there's nothing to talk about, but I've got a feeling something might be out that I want to talk about tomorrow. But we'll see. We'll see. So if it doesn't happen tomorrow, the secret thing that I can't talk about, then this will be your day after Tuesday release. And we'll call it like that. So we're keeping the consistency going on the channel. But just keep it Ramble, get your notifications on, and we'll have a chat very, very soon about something I'm very keen to talk about. Anyway, moving on. Harry says, hi, Jim. Hope you're all right. I want Cal back in the 10 and Sariki to stay at right back. Hopefully, Sousa is fit. Interesting. We'll get a bit of Born to be Wilder soon as well. I'll let you know. Just United. Ricky says, my mate Jimmy feels like forever since you did a warm-up. Hope you're well. Tricky fixture this. One we need to be at our best, but we'll win and move on. Nice one, pal. Yes, Blades Ramble is live, says Maury. Maury, who is doing our Ramble on the road for Cov. No swearing, Maury. I can't be bothered doing all the editing and cutting all them swears out. So come on. Sarah says, I hate the international breaks. It's too much now. I know. We're back, Sarah. Don't worry. We're back. Club football is back. Yeah, we're on it. We're absolutely all over it. Ray says, yes, proper football is back. Let's hope we get the win against Cov. There'll be a tough nut to crack, but we have enough quality to beat them. Up the Blades, up all the Rambles, like and subscribe. Thank you, Ray. Fran says, evening, Jim. Great to have you back. Some big games ahead. It's great to be back, pal. Great to be back. I can't leave it that long next time. Not that I intentionally left it long, but it's just felt ages. And it's not that long. It's probably about a week. Ryan O'Neill, captain Scotland under-21, 6-1 defeat to Iceland and scored the only goal for Scotland. Well, that's a consolation, isn't it, I suppose? But Iceland, 6-1 to Iceland, Scotland. It's not looking good, is it? James says, evening, Jimmy lad. Looking forward to seeing this one under the lights at beautiful downtown Bramall Lane. Me too, pal. Me too. It feels like everything's really kicking into gear now. It's the final sprint, isn't it? The final sprint. I'm trying to enjoy it rather than get nervous about it. But there's so many exciting things happening, not just at the club, but for this channel. Everything is, and the promotion would just be everything, absolutely everything. Maury says, yes, I'm going. Booked my ticket on John Street to the Bash Bash. Love that. Jamie says, Plymouth and Oxford away for Ramble on the road should be sorted. Touch wood. There you go. Thank you, Jamie. I know you were already down for Oxford, weren't you? But you were going to be our Plymouth boy, and I know you were struggling for tickets. Let's get 3 points, Blades. Up all the Rambles, up the Blades, says David. Hope you're well, pal. David, who joined us on Hot Topic last night. We're good to see you, alongside Jamie Dumpling, actually. Bash's charity match really wants back in. We've got tickets, says Dino. Good lad. Good lad. Absolutely right, it does. Jock playing in the testimonial. I believe I saw his name mentioned, Kyle. I believe I saw his name mentioned. Now, I don't know if he's playing. Just because his name's been mentioned doesn't necessarily mean he's playing. I've heard some unbelievable names mentioned, which hopefully I can tell you very soon. I just need the nod from somebody very close to me. Sarah, I'm ridiculous. I'm like a little kid, aren't I? And I'm so... I want to involve you in everything. So as soon as I can, I will. We've got tickets to the charity game too. It's going to be amazing. Can't wait, says Sarah. Saw your Twitter dropped new hints 3 days ago. So have we got any news coming soon, says Scott. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. I'd have expected it by now, to be honest, Scott, but not in my hands, pal. Sarah says, I think so, Carl. I'm sure Bash mentioned him in the little video he did this afternoon. Stephen says, we need to resume after the break with a must win. I know we tend to slip up, but hopefully not this time. Forget what happened at their ground, and Nell needs to forget about revenge on Bassett. Oh, yes. Matt says, oh, look, it's me. Thanks for having me, Jimmy. Hopefully catch you Friday. Yes, Matt. Let's hope so, pal. Thank you for doing it, mate. Matt is a absolutely huge YouTuber, giving the Ramble some time. So thank you. Look, Scott's right. YouTube royalty in the chat. Thank you, Matt, for giving us the rub a little bit. Not literally. Fairfield says, quick question, Jimbo Slice. Jimbo Slice. Love that. Love that. Not everybody will get that, but I do. What's happening with the suspended 2-point deductions? Not seeing anyone talking about it, but might be concerning come the end of the season if we miss out because of it. The further 2-point deduction, I mean. No, to be honest, mate, that won't be a consideration. That was pending any further breaches. So unless we default on any payments going forward, it's not going to be an issue. So that is, it's like a suspended sentence, a suspended prison sentence, if that makes sense. Matt SB, you goat, says Fairfield. There you go. A lot of Matt SB fans, and rightly so, in the chat. Hard game for us, says Grumpy Jack. We need to win, in my opinion, and stay away from Burnley before we go into their game. We win against Cov, we get promoted, in my opinion. Oh, that's an early shout, Jack. Early shout. Hope you're well, though, pal. Not seen you for a bit. Be a tough game, says Bean. Our record against the better teams in the league isn't great. I think that needs to change if we want to get top 2. Hopefully, Sousa's back. Much better team when he plays. Absolutely right. Hey up, Jimmy, says Ev. Hey up, pal. Hope you're well. Grumpy Jack says, hopefully some of our players are back from injury. And Ev says, just got my Plymouth away ticket. Nice one. Absolute joke that it's a 12:30 kickoff. I don't think I'll sleep that night. I know. Michael Cooper masterclass incoming, hopefully. Cov versus Cov B on Friday, says Graham. You took 2 of our 3 classiest players. You could do it with Gyökeres as well. You could do it with Gyökeres as well. Oh, and Sam McCallum as well. Or have them morphed into Sam McCallum O'Hare. Yes. Sam McCallum O'Hamer, I think, is probably the best one. My guilty pleasure is supporting the Blades in games because of Gus and Callum, but not Friday. Sorry. I hope you're at Bramall Lane. I hope you're Bramall Lane. All right, okay, nice. Graham coming in with the puns. Yes, well, welcome, Graham. You're more than welcome here, pal. All the best after Friday. Stephen Snell says, let's hope Sousa's fitting up for it and we get all our injured players back and available. We need Clark and Gilchrist to show up the right fullback slot for the last 8 games and hold into partner Nell. Interesting. I've got something. I've obviously got Born to be Wilder to be coming for that. Buzzing for this one, but for some reason not confident. Just feel like we will struggle. Hopefully I'm wrong. We need Sousa back ASAP. Lee says I'm 100% behind that team selection, Jim. Exactly what I would pick. Sariki on after 60 to 65 minutes to ask questions of their left side of defence once they are getting fatigued. So Lee Edridge, one of our top boys, Platinum Rambler, has done Ramble on the Road, has just let you peek behind the curtain there a little bit, because we actually released Matt SB's rundown and Born to be Wilder on Behind the Ramble. So if you're not already subscribed to Behind the Ramble, you're getting early access over there to some bits. What are you doing? What are you waiting for? Because you could have seen this a little bit early, but this, if you haven't seen it already, is Born to be Wilder.
Born to be wild. detail.
So this is Born to be Wilder, and this is my team to face the inform. Can we say that after an international break? The inform Coventry City will go with it. They've won 10 out of 12. You've got to give them credit, haven't you? So, but I think this team is more than capable of beating and inform anybody. So let's go. First off, in goal, it's Michael Cooper. You run out of things to say about him because he's that good. So Michael Cooper is clearly going to be the man between the sticks. And after this, it's a little bit subjective, it's fair to say, because we won't know who's fit until Chris Wilder's press conference. Join us for Hot Off the Presser. As soon as he does that press conference, we will be live talking about it. But until he gives us those updates, which I won't necessarily believe anyway, because that's what we've been doing. But I'm going with Alfie Gilchrist at right back. Alfie's coming in as a bit of defensive solidity, and I'm going to pick my best team. And this is just my team, and I understand there might be some controversy around it. You pick your team, that's absolutely fine, but these are a really tough team in this league, and I think the best 11 will give us the best chance of victory. I'm choosing to be optimistic in terms of player fitness. For those that are maybe some 50-50 shouts, they will be making the side. Next to Alfie Gilchrist is Rob Holding. I think this lad's a touch of class. We've not seen enough of him. The only question for me is his fitness in terms of going back-to-back games. There's only one way we're going to test that, and that's to play him. I think he could potentially be our best centre-half. Understandably, had been kept out of the side because Jack Robinson was playing well, but he comes in for me. In these last 8 games, there's no room for sentiment. Rob Holding comes into my side. Anel Ahmedhodzic is next to him, the Bosnian superstar. I'm really excited to see these two play together. I think there could be a phenomenal pairing. I genuinely believe it levels us up. I'm not picking a fight with anybody there, certainly not Jack Robinson, but I think this is our best centre-back pairing. I've said it before, and I'm picking them again together here. We're coming into a new period of games. I don't think necessarily form can be everything in your consideration when you're selecting a team, and Anel partnering Rob Holding, I think, makes us really strong at the back. They are complemented by Harrison Burrows at left-back. I strongly believe this lad is the best left back in the league. You can keep Junior Firpo all day long. Harrison Burrows, hopefully, could be our left back for the next 5-10 years. I think he's a top player, and I think that his ceiling is very, very high. And that defence, I think this is our best defence that we can possibly put out. In the midfield, a returning Vinicius Souza. The destroyer is back in the middle to win the ball and give it easy, because that's what he's best at doing. And he's going to give it to his mate, Siddy Peck, the man who embodies what it is to be a Sheffield United player. Siddy Peck starts in my team alongside Vinny Souza. These two together, I really like it. I really like it as a pairing. You think about the depth we've got to come underneath it as well with Hamza Chowdhury, hopefully Tom Davies back in contention. It's looking strong in there. And we said before, it's starting to pick itself a little bit, this team, when people are fit. We've finally got to that stage where things are starting to settle. And because of that, Gus Hamer is on the left-hand side. Not a natural left winger. We've talked about this before, but played so well in this position this season that he's kind of making it an inside 10 role. He's kind of making it his own. Does that mean we lose something on the left-hand side? Harrison Burrows can deliver a ball fantastically well, undoubtedly, but with a legitimate left winger, could we offer an alternative threat? Potentially, yes, potentially. But this is the way to get Gus Hamer into the side alongside the man in the number 10. Obviously, these two are ex-Coventry boys, aren't they? So can they link up to get us the 3 points on Friday night? We'll hope so. Callum O'Hare, the Energizer Bunny in the middle. But he's so much more than that. I don't want him to just be tagged as a hard-working, high-press merchant, because he offers a flair and a spark that we miss when he's not in the side. So Callum O'Hare comes in, and on the right-hand side, Ben, Brereton, Diaz, always a good outside bet for a goal. I don't think his performances have been amazing since he's come into the side, but his output's been spectacular. He's a clever player. He knows where to be at the right time. He makes good runs both on and off the ball. Ben, Brereton, Diaz starts, and up front, who put the ball in the Wednesday net the first time? It's Tyrese flipping Campbell. I would not swap this man at the moment. Arguably the best centre-forward in the division at the moment. Certainly on minutes per goals. Can Tyrese Campbell once again nudge us in front and get 3 vital points? So this is my team. Would you not be confident if we lined up with this team? I think it's really strong, really strong. So just to go through it again, it's Michael Cooper in goal, Alfie Gilchrist at right back, Rob Holding and Anel Ahmedhodzic as centre defenders. Left back is Harrison Burrows. In the middle is Sidney Peck and Vinny Souza. In the 10 is Callum O'Hare with Gus Hamer to his left and Ben Brereton Diaz to his right with Tyrese flipping Campbell up front and a load of options to bring off the bench, hopefully. We'll know more once we've heard Wilder's presser, and obviously join us for Hot Off the Presser to find out exactly who's available, if he tells us, which he may well not do. You've got to be confident in this team, haven't you? I think this team is really strong, really strong. And let me know if you disagree down in the comments. I appreciate there's a glaring omission in there, which people won't be happy with, but it's my opinion, and that's all it is. It's a bit of fun picking your own team or the team that you would prefer to see go out there against Coventry. Let me know what yours is. And that was Born to be Wilder.
Born to be wild.
Yeah. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think on those. Maury says, no swearing, I'll be quieter than usual and not looking well for Scotland. Yeah, it should be a fun event for Basham's testimonial. It'll be brilliant. Absolutely brilliant for Basham's testimonial. I will definitely be there. I've not got my tickets yet, but I will certainly be doing that. Grumpy Jack says, we'll need to bring our A game as Cov can be very strong on the day, but nothing we can't deal with. We shall see, pal. I think for the last 8, the Lane's atmosphere has to improve. The final push. Come on, Blades. Come on. We need to do our bit. We need to do our bit. Do you know what we need to do? We need to be able to look at ourselves in the mirror and say, we did everything we could. We did absolutely everything that we could to get the team going, to keep the team going. If we concede in the last minute like we did at Bristol City, against Bristol City, we don't then bring that negativity into the next game. We are up. We are with them. We are together. We're one club, aren't we? No better man to lead us, in my opinion, in terms of bringing everybody together, get that atmosphere rocking, and nobody will want to come here. Nobody will want to come. We've got the best away record in the division because we've got the best away fans in the division. Let's be right. I'll put that up against anybody. The miles, obviously everybody travels the same miles in division, but the same faces, always loud and proud, absolutely brilliant. Cannot say highly enough of them. But we've also got the second best home record in the division. Now let's kick on. Let's kick on and see us over the line. It could. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I've been knocking about with Man Mountain too long because I'm a little bit positive tonight. Thank you to the Man Mountain. You will be getting a view from the mountain hopefully tomorrow. But again, a little peek behind the curtain. I've just got some new editing software, which is really fancy, but it also means I ain't got a clue how to use it. So I'm using View from the Mountain as a bit of a test piece to see if I can get up and running with it. So I'll keep you posted. And if it's not out tomorrow, then you know why. So thank you to Paul for doing that for us. What else? What did I miss? Good to see Matt SB on. We love Matt and Sophie, says Graham. We do indeed. We do indeed. Big Tony has become a Rambler. Thank you, pal. Very much appreciated. I could not do what I'm doing without the support of you guys. I know not everybody's in a position to become a Rambler or certainly a Platinum Rambler and things like that, but the support you guys show, even just by coming in and contributing in terms of your chat and you leaving your comments and your likes, it means an awful lot and it pushes it out further. So even if you're not able to help us in certain ways than other people might be that wouldn't see it if you hadn't have told them about it or things like that. So thank you. And thank you to our sponsors as well. I know I plaster them over everywhere, but it's right because these people are keeping us going. And these are the people that are meaning that you can get fresh new content as well. They're part of the bigger picture. So thank you to everybody that supports the channel. I'm at Action Coach actually on Friday. So I'm doing an all-dayer in Sheffield, if you like. I'm at Action Coach, getting the best business coaching around Friday morning. And then I think it's an early finish to the pub, I believe, John, from what I've been told. I'm not going to hold you to that. And then obviously we're in Sheffield for a game, aren't we? So, wow. Going to be a long, but hopefully a great day on Friday. Up the Blades, up the Ramble, says Ev. Rabe says, really buzzing for the run-in, but it's not doing my dodgy ticker any good. We win this. I know, just breathe, Ray. We win this first one, hopefully, to calm us all down, please. Yeah, what a brilliant weekend it'd be going in and watching Burnley and Leeds if we've already got the 3 points. Phil says, like your lineup, Jimmy. I do hope we get to see Tom Davies, as I feel we're missing some creativity in central midfield. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Yeah, I agree. I think they all bring something a little bit different, don't they? Chowdhury included. So it's a strong department for us at the minute, and still obviously got one of the main boys, if not the main boy, Ollie Arblaster, still to come. Matt SB is amazing, says Maury. Couldn't agree more, pal. Think of Dave Anel, not Norman. Yes. Yeah, okay. Okay, got you, Kyle. I didn't know what you were on about there. Jimmy says, need to start bossing our home games. Preston and Bristol City were not the best of performances. Get the Coventry game won and take control. Let's have this over before we go to Burnley. Oh, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Yeah, we need to be at least 4 clear of them, don't we, before we go to Turf Moor, I think, personally. And I think that's more than doable. I think they've got some tricky fixtures and we have to do our bit. I also think we raise our game against better opposition. So now I'm a Platinum Rambler. Please, can I be considered for Plymouth away? Tone, I love it. Thank you very much for becoming a Rambler via YouTube and a member of the channel. Platinum Rambler is via Patreon, and it's a different thing. But I'll talk to you off stream, and we'll get something sorted out, Tone, because I really appreciate the support, pal. Will says, thank God the Ramble's properly back. Been walking around the house for days, not knowing what to do with myself. Grumpy Jack says, do we have any information on Sousa and Gilchrist Clark? No, we don't, Jack, at the minute. We don't. And I would say Wilder should tell us about it on probably Thursday, which is when we've got lined up to do the press conference, with it being a Friday game. I'm not sure he'll tell us, will he? Nor should he. That should be said as well. Neil says, evening, Jimmy. It's a must win on Friday to go top and put that extra bit of pressure on Burnley and Leeds, and hopefully to finish work early enough to pop into triple point. That'd be great, Neil. Be great if you could call in, pal. Lee says, managed to talk the current wife into letting me attend the bash as we're driving down to a hotel at Luton Airport that afternoon for an early flight next morning. Thankfully, it's a 1 p.m. kickoff. Yes, you're away, aren't you? Because that's why you're missing the Ramble takeover of the Player of the Year, yeah, so you're still getting to go to the bash. Love that. Love that. Definitely need Alfie back in the squad. Yeah, I think so too, Jack. Charlie says, just wanted to thank all the Blades who are going to the charity bash, as it's a very special charity to support. Well said, Charlie. One of our Platinum Ramblers. And thank you to everybody that has and will support this charity. Western Park, isn't it, that's been supported. I think Bash was saying there's a scanner that they're trying to raise money for, and some other equipment, I assume. I know Charlie's based in the care profession. Really testing my memory now. But thank you to everybody for helping out with that. It's really appreciated. Graham says, not having a barrel of laughs, but Cooper has to be the best value signing of the season. How did you get him so cheap? Oh, and Callum O'Hare for free. Some business. Sheffield of dreams. Graham, you can come again, pal. You can come again. We love Michael Cooper. And in fact, there's a heated discussion on Michael Cooper that takes place during this. Buy, keep or sell. And I think I've still got your comment up on there, so you can't properly see it. But there you go. There's a heated discussion. And I'm sure you can imagine what it's around, because that's the big discussion, isn't it? Who would you rather have, James Trafford or Michael Cooper? I know I'd rather have. Holding talking to Gilchrist will be immense with that for that back line. Up all the Ramble, says Wayne. I agree. I think it's a really good pairing. I think it's a really good back line. I think they bounce off each other. Interesting to see that Coventry wind-up merchant. If that Coventry wind-up merchant Bassett plays, it will be interesting to see. I don't know if he's been getting in. He's not good enough to get into the lineup that's been doing so well, I don't think. Because is it Sakamoto? Mason Clark, who was at Peterborough last year, and Hadji Wright up top. So, and then Ellis Sims off the bench. Graham says, and you beat us to Burrows. We're a rabbit in the headlights. As with Callum O'Hare, you offered triple the wages. Cov's wage bill is seemingly the 4th lowest in the league before Grimes came along. All right, okay. Didn't know that. Did not know you were as stringent as that at Cov, because you always seem to build a competitive squad, don't you? I know it went wrong for Robbins at the end, but interesting that. I didn't know you were in for Burrows either. I know Leeds tried to get him and he chose to come to Sheffield United instead of Leeds. Good evening, Connor. Maury says, my lineup is Cooper in goal, centre-half pairings of Rob Holding and Anel, right back Femi Sariki, left back Burrows. In midfield, pairing Sidney Peck and Vinny Souza, BBD, Gus Hamer, Callum O'Hare, and Campbell. Top man. Lee says, after hearing Matt SB's breakdown, I do fancy BBD for a goal over the top of De Silva, who I actually do like as a player, but his lack of height is something we could exploit. I agree, Lee. I don't mind De Silva as a player. I liked him. You were at Bristol City before then, I think. And I don't think he's that mobile either from memory. But again, we'll see. You're so right, and I'm so jealous about Callum O'Hare. With us, he was the most foul player in the Championship 2 years running. This is the view from the mountain. I love this team, says Man Mountain, but at the same time, I put my house on it not being this team, Jim. Yes, I know. My omission will not be omitted, Willie. Let's be right. I am fully expecting our captain to rock up in the starting lineup on Friday. And you can't criticise that, can you? This is just my team. And I wouldn't expect Alfie Gilchrist to start either after such a long spell out, but we shall see. We shall see, mate. We can live in hope. I'm swapping Sariki for Gilchrist to start instead, says Maury. Okay. We need to stop being a library and get behind the greatest manager of Sheffield United folklore, Chris Wilder's team. Wow. Graham says, love you have Phil Oakley. 1 L away from the Human League rather than Premier League. Yes, mate. Yes, it has been mentioned a few times. I'm sure Phil isn't ridiculously sick of hearing it all the time. So, Alessandro says that run of fixtures, Oxford, Millwall, Plymouth and Cardiff is key. 10 points plus settles it. Burnley's running is harder. Okay. Laugh of the night. Chris will let us know in his presser. Yeah, of course he will. I know, David. I know, mate. Dino says you might get our Darren off his Harris for a change. He's got a rate Cobb crowbar in him. The rest of armchair boys, get out. Rest it, boys. Get the lane. Follow rocking. Come on, boys. Come on. Up the Blades. Up the Rambles. LUFC Bailey says, I already know Wilder will be singing Leeds are falling apart if we don't go up. Can already see it from the cocky Pratt. Rent-free, Bailey. Rent-free, pal. Leaky Lloyd says 3-1 win, I reckon. Campbell, Hamer and Brewster in that order. Stick your house on it. Mystic Leaky has spoken. Interesting. Phil says holding for Robinson is a must. The presence that Holding has on the pitch brings the whole back line up a level. Completely agree. He's a touch of class. This could be crucial in the running. Completely agree, Phil. Completely agree, pal. Bassett, or Bertie as we call him, is quality but raw. We've been too nice as a team and losing. His dark arts was a first for us. Sorry, but we loved it because it's so not us. We didn't love it, Graham, and he will not get a fond reception if he makes an appearance. And that might be part of the plan. It might be to bring him on to rile the crowd up. I'm not so sure it'd be a smart thing, but it may be a tactic you employ. Chris says, hope United beat Cov. I can't see Leeds or Burnley losing this weekend. I can see Burnley dropping points, potentially. I can see Bristol City getting something. They're not brilliant at Turf Moor. Bristol City are a good side, as we know, but Coventry are a good side. So it's one of them, isn't it? It's a difficult one to call. It's the first of a few crucial weekends, isn't it? Let's be right. My dad laughs at me because I'm always saying it's a must-win game. Every game's a bloody must-win game, according to you. Well, it is, isn't it? Let's be right. If we don't win this game, we could drop out at top 2 quite easily. It's quite fathomable that happens. Fathomable, not said that for a while. So, thank you to everybody for your comments tonight. That is the warm-up. That is us back up and running with the live shows. I will be back again tomorrow. You'll certainly have a video from the Ramble tomorrow. It will be our start, keep, or start, bench, or sell. Start, keep, or sell. Why have I said that? It's not even start, keep, or sell, is it? It's start, bench, or sell. That's what's thrown me. Start, bench, or sell. That is the video. The thumbnail is wrong. I will change it. But that will definitely be on the channel tomorrow. And if something very special comes out very soon, you will probably see me live tomorrow as well. So keep it Ramble. Keep them notifications on. If not, I'll next see you live for Hot Off the Presser. But for now, come on, you red and white wizards. Up the blood!